rhyme for the culture.
Taking it back to a simpler time. Those were the days. Let's take a moment now to harken back to past days. The Jerichos and large braids, or the parts and waves. And parting ways with all our money in the arcades. Trying to reach the final boss and beat the last stage. Playing Street Fighter 2 and button bashing till my fingers were numb and smashed in. But life is now in 4K and I'm a little jaded. It was clear when it was 16 bits and pixelated. Doing the shuffle and the running man. Oh, happy days and big ups to Richie Cunningham. Taking it back to black plimsolls. Moving through the city scene in our chippy jeans with the pin rolls. And it was breakbeats before the finger snaps. Blockbuster late fees, I would never bring them back. Reminiscing over yesteryear. It's like I'm scrolling through the teletext and next I'm gonna shed a tear.
Those were the days I remember.
Playing in the streets for ages.
Those were the days.
Calling your friends on their house phones.
Those were the days.
Summer holidays for 6 weeks.
Those were the days. Those were the days. Those were the days.
Being friendly with your neighbors.
Those were the days.
Watching cartoons at 6 a.m.
Those were the days.
And the technology was basic.
Those were the days. Those were the days. Those were the days. I had a crush on Lauryn Hill when she was with the Fugees. Went to see her in concert, wearing my new jeans, smelling of Brute. And tonight, I'll be the victor. I've got my Kodak camera so we can take a picture. Blind date, Cilla Black, please work your magic. No panic, I'm on the case like Inspector Gadget. Lauren appeared like weird science, breeze, cool. In my mind I did the running man to don't be cruel. I pushed Wyclef to the side so I could meet and greet her. We took our picture together, there was nothing sweeter. I tried to act emotionless like I had Vulcan in me. But we were meant to be together, like Mork and Mindy. I said goodbye to a radiant soul. That night, wrote in my diary like Adrian Moe. When I developed this film, I'd have to frame it to be frank. But when my pictures came back, they were blankety blank.
Those were the days I remember.
Playing in the streets for ages.
Those were the days.
Calling your friends on their house phones.
Those were the days.
Summer holidays for 6 weeks.
Those were the days. Those were the days. Those were the days.
Being friendly with your neighbors.
Those were the days.
Watching cartoons at 6 a.m.
Those were the days.
And the technology was basic.
Those were the days. Those were the days. Those were the days. Rapper is a kid that brags and acts big.
I was raised on the R, 32 bars. J. Rue the Damager, Guru's gang star. My main heroes were Zulu, far from my boys who knew they had a bat in the back of the car. You get scarred, dumb kid antics. Me and Tommy Lee, conversion van stick. In the floor playing doo-doo brown. Woofer subterranean, cannon all the way down. Playground ballin' with Muggsy Bogues. Columbia, Maryland, Madonna in Vogue. Freak trains and running man fast as I can. Chauncey reminded me to vibe when it's a slow jam. I had a watermelon, eyes-eyed polo. Jan sport packs and butterfly yo-yo. Reebok pumps and Nike revolutions. Let a man jacket a 3-sport fusion. So when I don't understand your whack flow, just remember I was there from El Segundo. And when I can't get with your whack beats, remember I was there when rap was only black sheets.
1982, heard some menudo. Cuando pasará, had me telling mamas dímelo. On my feet the kids were pro, laces fat as Skipper was. Pitching pop stash, staircase, nigga catching buzz. Run catching up, kick the can on roller skates. In the background, boombox, cold crush tapes. Forcing these harmonizing bubble yum grape. Hit stop on my box, yo, before he eats my tape.
Avatar elite, I'm in a stance of sweet. Opposite defeat, on the beat with hands and feet. Since the juvie making movies, soundtrack a lottie-dottie, the lecture is treacherous. I body rock shock the party by catching body like a fan of the stage diver, but way flyer. The way your brother spray fire, a straight lighter. I'll give you toast when we post like do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, we ghost. Rapper is a kid that brags and acts big.
cocktail napkins, scratching a Lucky Strike ad, madmen. My rapping is sorta old-fashioned, window shopping, hip-hop and mannequin. Micro-manic, finger snaps, buble. 50 shades of my premature gray. Signature vino, vintage okay. Raise a glass to the ladies of class like Shantae. Roger to his Don Draper, we make songs. Elevator music, rock to the PM dawn. Copping a new John, mocking your crew song. I'm dope in the pocket, plus hot with a suit on. We madmen. We madmen.
I be just a cool dude named D-R-E-S. I be related to what's fresh and represent the goodness. And also, I be a virtuoso with slow flow. Frequently flipping the fake, I flaunt with the full cold. 100 men, wake up 100 plans, get blunted and proceed to spit about 100 grams for 100 heads. Dum-dum, 100 feds, keychain, 100 strong, sleep on 100 beds.
Spit spree for me, shortly I get reckless. Don't mess with them three, them boys there is treacherous. Jimmy got a hold of rocks, the whole block turned up. Stick pins and paint cans, finish up this burner. Miss Penny gonna learn ya, and I hear what she say. Never holding work on Tuesday and Thursday. Obligatory 40 found his way in every session. Standing by the older gods, eavesdropping lessons.
Of an alien race, we're strangers to this place. Me and Realmatic just passing through. Of an alien race, we're strangers to this place. Me and Realmatic just passing through. Deep Space 5, passing through. Me and Realmatic, yeah, we thought you knew. You ever tan, they passing through. Mid-century modern, we're passing through.
Walking in the AM, feeling scared. The smell of death and despair fill the air. Hear no birds chirp, the fog is thick. Most people in my neighborhood look sick. There's no clicks, there's blood crips and cholos. Staying neutral is not taking the high road. Don't gotta be told, homie, you can see it with your own too. Death is certain, please believe it. Found on the seabed, leaking out your life source. A bad hit will get you, cut your heartbeat short. Playing a blood sport, life for life. Nobody got redemptive qualities like Christ. So it's strike after strike, bowling down hope. Infect mothers and their kids with the dope. Cannibal hunger, eat the soul of your folks. To roll a kitty caddy on 100 spokes. Just a kid trying to cope with the scope of the scenery. How sweet the taste of freedom must be. No trust in pop gone, mama high. Fam ask how I'm doing, better tell a lie. Smiling sunrise, nightfall, crowd asleep. Go to bed hungry most nights of the week. Many kids call these cold streets home. Never been to battle, but they live in war zones. What's wrong?
5 years old and I'm praying for non-violence. Cause the youngest in my school be wildin' on an island where sharks come to shore for those who remain silent. Your innocence is cold for prey, homie, they dialed in. Ready and willing to make a scene. Thank God I made it to 13, but the nightmare continued. They told me I couldn't dream. Just make a pallet at the bottom, cause you can never be cream. You can never be Akeem, the prince of 34. Sharks growing in size and getting closer to shore. This life in my heart is something I can't ignore. But if death comes in threes, then what is it really for? Please, somebody tell me. Will it's truth that they sell me? Malfunction and then fail me. Leave me on the side of the road without a spare. Had me throwing away my life without a dare. Music blasted, I'm running in circles without a chair. A psycho riding a beat without a snare. But the crash is evident. I worship hustles and fast cars. The pastor don't live here, he's heaven sent. And he only visits hell one day a week. Language barrier, can't understand the word he speaks. From where he sit, he says we ride with Mark of the Beast. I guess he doesn't see the bodies in the street.
Between suburbia and cityscapes, there's a John paying for titty shakes while the wife's at home making his dinner plate. He's not going home because while alone he can feel escape. He can taste it on his tongue. He savors that death and he's among many types who fell in love with the hype. Hungry kids underfed with an extreme overbite. They'll sink their teeth in anything that brings relief. And sure, it's momentary maybe, but the allure drives them crazy. The lustful dollar sign, undefeated father time, scorch mother earth policy. Mercy, mercy me, the ecology. And honestly, there's a lot of these walking the thin line between between college degrees and copping pleas. It ain't all Ed Hockley. There's some shades of gray between the black and white. So like every time I hear you say what's right and what's wrong, so forth and so on. We know how the cage bird sings, but do we know what song? In a food desert, diet diseases are contagious. It's no wonder walls block cats from an oasis. It's a balancing act, trying to stay in homeostasis. It can feel like you fell out of God's good graces. Imagine being beaten as an abused spouse, bruised back, broken hip, busted lip, bloody mouth, and you were being judged on your looks. There's no doubt. You know how angry you be if somebody hits you talking about what's wrong.
I mean, are you really asking that question? Take a look around, homie. You can't see what's wrong. So you in your heart of hearts truly believe that the playing field is level. Everyone had the same opportunities. What's wrong?
Who could hurt a baby? Who could even think maybe? No man deserves to take a life. We all go through hardships and strife. Nothing on this earth is a given. The pursuit of excellence is why the God here is living. Should we bomb the world? I'm looking right now to see how to calm the world. If you had left 24 hours, would you even take a minute to stop and smell the flowers? Some left this year and went on to higher powers. Gone, and on their very next breath, a baby was born. You feel the tension when consumed by hate. Ill will towards man mushrooms your fate. I hope we all live a long time and are able to achieve in the height of our prime. You might laugh at me and try to discredit the rhyme, but I'm good in the hood, and I hope everybody else is.
Birth of my daughter had me first at the altar gladly, praying my father would lead me, make me the author she need me to write the story and succeed in glory enough to achieve the most, to honor those before me. Now I look around and appreciate the flowers and deviate from the things that can take my power. I see the greatness, what he created, appreciate it, so we can make it and keep it sacred for generations to come. To some, the important thing is the big faces on green papers, in this case only disgraces. Freedom fighters that keep the rights of the less in mind, foresee a brightness that we just might stand the test of time. To me the quest is much more than wanting to check the rhyme, but be the best in completing lessons and tests of life. My hope is we thanking God even in darker skies, and see the stars and reflections within our daughter's eyes.
I see joy in the sun and splendor in the rain. It's not always financial gain, even that has pain. To a joyless soul, it's a void, a black hole, but it can't be filled. Positivity is still, but it's not always billed as the popular choice. So to that I give a voice, let it echo through the lands. If my mic change hands, will a mic change fans? Sure I want brands, but not at the expense of a next man's. I put in a hard day's work daily, and I get by barely. But I'm good with myself. I have other qualities. I'm blessed with good health. See my daughter grow, taught her what she ought to know. Hopefully it showed. And when I face my final hours, when I answer the higher powers, I'll look back and think, did I stop and smell a flower? In this crazy world we try to get by. Some things happen why? Some things we can't understand. You don't understand. It's part of bigger plans. That's why you leave it in the God's hands.
Yo, a sweet Jesus. Hop on the track like what up, though? I know who I am, but they thinking they too sharp. Running a scam like Cutco, but I have a plan. I hope you plan to keep up, though. I don't think you understand that you're greater than that life they try to sell you. So hold up to something I need to tell you, and I think that this thing can really help you. These suckers try to tell us that we can't shake it, but my God, I know where we can take it. And I know every day you're facing your giants, but my God, I believe with that Now let me take you to the promised land. Let's go, let's go, let's go. And let me take you to the promised land. Let's go, let's go, let's go. And let me take you to the promised land. Let's go, let's go, let's go. And let me take you to the promised land. Let's go, let's go, let's go. There will always be more doubters than supporters. When the vision seems too big, they either gon' hate or ignore ya. I guess it is what it is, but you just gotta stay focused. Ay, don't put your hope in the hopeless. Ay, remember that you are all chosen. Ay, and you can move mountains to motion. And these suckers try to tell us that we can't shake it. But my God, I know where we can take it. And I know every day you're facing your giants. But my God, I believe we're destined to triumph. Now let me take you to the promised land. Let's go, let's go, let's go. And let me take you to the promised land. Let's go, let's go, let's go. And let me take you to the promised land. Let's go, let's go, let's go. And let me take you to the promised land. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Things start moving slow, and they keep closing doors, and you don't wanna move no more. Remember, just refocus on the goal. Things start moving slow, and they keep closing doors, and you don't wanna move no more. Remember, just refocus on the goal. Now let me take you to the promised land. Let's go, let's go, let's go. And let me take you to the promised land. Let's go, let's go, let's go. And let me take you to the promised land. Let's go, let's go, let's go. And let me take you to the promised land. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
We get the best of y'all, we get the best of y'all, we get the best of y'all. Yeah, we get the best of y'all, we get the best of y'all, we get the best of y'all. We get the best of y'all, we get the best of y'all, we get the best of y'all. We get the best of y'all, we get the best of y'all, we get the best of y'all.
Hey yo, right out of the gate, Silver go-getter, better set this thing straight. Live a red letter, tell a fella about grace. These fellas know better, still they sell our soul fake. It's not about the gift, cause they all out for the take. Be careful how you live when you living like a snake. Try to shut the lid, but still blows up in your face. You better phone a friend for you swim in your mistakes. It's more than you can shake, so get real for heaven's sake. Get loose on this break. You think you bulletproof, got 20 dukes in your waist. Street cred is the rule, got cops proving your case. Quick to pull the trigger if they move in your space. I see the bigger picture and we lose in this race. We snooze, but you know there's good news on the way. I can see the better in you, but it's gray. We gotta help put the best of you on display.
We get the best of y'all, we get the best of y'all, we get the best of y'all. Yeah, we get the best of y'all, we get the best of y'all, we get the best of y'all. We get the best of y'all, we get the best of y'all, we get the best of y'all. We get the best of y'all, we get the best of y'all, we get the best of y'all.
Right off the bat, it's like that. Up against the hate, you can bet we fight back. Vocal stacked like gold on this track. And S1 bringing ice cold, that's a fact. So check your iPad and then check your soul. The burden's too big for you to hold, so let it all go. Leave it at the foot of the cornerstone. Pray it up with faith like the place where your order go. You're so cheese like provolone. Hold it to your own way of thinking, you'll get left like Home Alone. Or maybe even dead like comatose. Got navigation, still get lost in the Poconos. Not following top flight commander. Getting caught up in this false propaganda. I'm trying to keep y'all safe with humble standards. The key to faith is to pray a double-hander. It's a new brand of life, fall in love with it. Run with it, stun, then ball out in the club with it. Take it to the crib, then eat chips and dip with it. Good with some juice, get loose, y'all can sit with it. Then up in the booth, I'm building with you. The spirit got you eager to just settle your crew. Arrogance got them thinking they're better than you. Let them through, who cares what they can do? We get the best of you.
We get the best of y'all, we get the best of y'all, we get the best of y'all. Yeah, we get the best of y'all, we get the best of y'all, we get the best of y'all. We get the best of y'all, we get the best of y'all, we get the best of y'all. We get the best of y'all, we get the best of y'all, we get the best of y'all.
I'm on my get greater flex, call me nevertheless. Tell me chill, I'm not really interested. Traveled far east, skeptical of wisdom in the west. I got 1,000-mile mission now, beginning with a single step. I hit eject in the seat of my old desk, office space that was windowless. I burned that bridge like Milton did the Intertech. I got more business sense than to invest another second with no interest. I'm out. Now my skill set is to shoot. I pull the cord and set it down on extraordinary loops like there's really nothing better to do. An act so nonchalant like it's all tried, tested and true, but still question. Breaking the locks of my own faith. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take yet. Most of my methods are augmented with a lot of grace falling on my face saying God is great.
You'll never know how it's going down.
I'm on another.
You'll never go if you're always doubting.
I'm on another level.
You'll never know if you don't reach out.
I'm on another.
Hope in your soul never grow without it.
I'm on another level.
Now let me check where my efforts at. Eyes glowing, mad energy. Cheshire cat to swallow the tesseract. It's a lot of moving parts to life, so like get a grasp, hold your dream, come out the shell, for real, let it hatch. And if it comes to pass, get the cash, but that will only let me see the tower of my debt collapse. I lock off the setbacks and set the latch. They couldn't get the best of me, I left it with my better half. I keep it moving, even when the world curses me. I'm a blessed back, just ask. Lost head still nodding with the neck attached. Coming back like karma, raised up, resurrected over death or rap. I got singles like eHarmony, so tell my apathy you met your match. If it wants to spar with me still, later just engrave it on my epitaph. In Jesus' name I made it out the house of pain to everlast.
You never know how it's going down.
I'm on another level.
And you'll never go if you're always doubting.
I'm on another.
You never know if you don't reach out.
I'm on another level.
Hope in your soul never grow without it.
I'm on another.
How will you know if you never even try? Forever, ever, forever, ever. How will you know if you never even try? Forever, forever, ever, forever, ever. How will you know if you never even try? Forever, ever, forever, ever. How will you know if you never even try? Forever, forever, ever, forever, ever.
I'm on another. I'm on another. I'm on another. I'm on another level.
I'm thinking I'ma do it. Lock up in the store and just go stupid. Airplane mode, I'm busy with my music. Do not disturb. I'm out here getting loose on all my new ish. Got the blueprint, don't make me prove it. Steady adding up the way I check the booth with my 2 cents. You got a lot of dudes mad. Thinking since I'm silent, they gon' try to fill the void. Oh, left when he graduated out the rap race. They was trying to serve me dirty cheese like a rat chase. Dignity was in me, let the mirror show me that face. The making of a ruler. Higher mighty, sire might is what we meant to Musa. Measure your man, go on ahead, measure. C priority over BSers. You can't contest, young star, your best wrestler. You still probably best suited, folded in a dresser. This is how it feel with the funk down in. Little money in your pocket with the bop on 10. Face turned up, we on stank mode, baby. Turn the bass slow and keep the tank full. Once again, look, this is how it feel with the funk down in. Little money in your pocket with the bop on 10. Stank good, don't it? Yeah, it stank good, don't it? You better act like you know now. Bundle up with locals, say it's cold down. Can't confirm what you ain't heard about, but believe if it regard me, then he word of mouth. It's the making of folklore. Once upon a time, rhyme attempted to say more. My top 30 probably smacking your top 4. You're not worthy, find your back to the back door. Your favorite flavor of the month, gotta pay the plate. Don't consume the capping off the jump. Salute the facts, notice data proof to back it up. Don't let them little follows gas you up, matter what. This is how it feel with the funk down in. Little money in your pocket with the bop on 10. Face turned up, we on stank mode, baby. Turn the bass slow and keep the tank full. Once again, look, this is how it feel with the funk down in. Little money in your pocket with the bop on 10. Stank good, don't it? Yeah, it stank good, don't it? Stank good, don't it? It stank good, don't it?
I don't know, I'm more of a TV person.
That doesn't mean that you have to not like movies.
I'm alright.
Work till it hurt, keep both eyes dry. From boys to men, you bet not cry. Let only your pride define your why. Stay down to earth and keep your head out the sky. Dreamers die with a mind full of thoughts. Workers leave behind money and lessons they taught. We in the dark trying to walk with our light. Seeing is believing with the poorest of sight. Can you see it? My life lacked male role models. I was taught pieces and conquering women and sorrow. Go full throttle, the only way is fast. If you ain't first, you're last. Talladega nights speeding through strife. Grown men still searching for the meaning of life. Telling you manhood is like riding a bike while pushing you to do things that they can't get right. Nah. These are the matters of mankind. More than one way to get the job done. More than one way to solve a problem. I ain't no simpleton, I'm a simple man. Doing what I can with what I understand. More than one way to get the job done. More than one way to solve a problem. I ain't no simpleton, I'm a simple man. Doing what I can with what I understand.
Yeah, and what I understand is life isn't based on cookie cutter takes trying to take on the complicated troubles that we face as a people. Lost as we're wondering our place in this world. We're lucky to be raised with the insight to even keep our shoelace tight. Yeah, straight and narrow at the bottom of the barrel where the sun don't shine. I need some new daylight, I need some new situations, new way of changing. Start celebrating what I do get right. Cause listen, you won't never hear me tell you that I'm perfect. And you won't never hear me say I got the answers. Cause I don't. It's why I stay busy searching, stay closing chapters and learning from them after. Cause you could never understand how complex the simplest of matters can matter.
These are the matters of man. These are the matters of man. These are the matters of mankind. More than one way to get the job done. More than one way to solve a problem. I ain't no simpleton, I'm a simple man. Doing what I can with what I understand. More than one way to get the job done. More than one way to solve a problem. I ain't no simpleton, I'm a simple man. Doing what I can with what I understand.
I look within a bit and see pieces that I would rather change, but having the slightest clue of where to begin or how, so now it's strange. The reflection in the mirror I recognize, it's an older face that wears the years below the eyes. Not to mention the frowns from self-inflicted beatdowns, the crowns graced with more than a few grays. I don't even pick them out anymore. There's too many there to care, like the new craze is in the culture, popping up seemingly every few days. Speaking of which, each one I meet, I greet them with a smile, for I'll never know what I'll encounter. Not enough hours in the day to get it all done, but I gotta make the effort, like finishing this record. And a marathon begins with one stride taken, pride aching from bruises gained from poor decision making. But one thing's for sure, all my losses are lessons. So I learned that adverse circumstances are disguising the blessings. It's all optometry, correcting perspectives to see that life was never black and white but iridescent. It's all optometry, correcting perspectives to see that life was never black and white but iridescent. I look within again and see pieces that appear different since I looked before. Saw beyond some imperfections, noticed strength I wasn't looking for. I let it help me balance out the view of whom you hear. Celebrate the small victories and remove the fear. Let the guard down, see who you are now is a mix of both. Far from where you were, but where you are reveals the room for growth. No need to try to rush, just let your eyes adjust and see holistically that you are free, and learn to trust the process and let it correct your perspective to see that life is rarely black and white but iridescent. It's all optometry, correct your perspective to see that life is rarely black and white but iridescent.